Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing the longer reading for the whole month of July for my Geminis. Hello, my Geminis. Okay, so longer reading means I use 3 decks. I use my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards, gives me the main message. Then I go to my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, which fills in some gaps. And then I finish with my Osha Zen Tarot cards, which I look at those as more the advice cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused the decks with Reiki energy, but this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. So I'm doing a longer reading for July. I'm not cutting it up into 2 parts. I'm going to do that for July, August, and September for the summer months. Because it feels like I think that everybody likes the shorter readings. So I don't want to inundate you too much with, too many readings, but I do feel that there is value in the longer readings too. So that's what we're going to be doing. If you want this, 2 readings a month, let me know, let me know. Now, the other thing is that there's a heck of a lot of energy in July that's going on. So I have I've done a short video on this, what's going on in July, and it's 12 minutes, 22 seconds. And once I stop, I'm going to insert it, and then, I'll continue with the readings afterwards. Now, if you don't want to watch that, just advance 12 minutes and 22 seconds. So, and if you do, either way, I'll see you on the flip side. July is going to be filled with a lot of energy, okay? So I did take some notes over here, so if my eyes drift over there, know why I'm doing that. But July, we start off with a new moon on the 2nd. And the 2nd, we also have a solar eclipse. Now, that's going to be seen more in the Pacific. So the people in the Northern Hemisphere will not necessarily see that. Then that's on the 2nd. Then on the 16th, we have a partial lunar eclipse on the full moon. And now that will be in Capricorn, and that will be seen more in Europe. Okay? Now, the solar eclipse is when the moon covers the sun. And the lunar eclipse is when the Earth comes in between the moon and the sun. So the Earth casts its shadow onto the moon. Both of these have very strong energies, and you can expect this energy to last for about 6 months, probably until the 25th, 26th of December, when we have another solar eclipse. Now, the new moon on the 2nd, this will be in the sign of Cancer, but there's a lot of astrological influences from Gemini on this. Now, the Cancer itself will, be more of an emotional time. It will be about family, home, and you have to kind of watch your emotions a little bit because, again, remember, this is energy that will be lasting 6 months. It can fluctuate a little bit. The thing about this is that it's basically holding on to old grudges, old hurts, old patterns, okay? So again, the best thing to do when this happens is to try to forgive, try to forget. Remember, when I say forgive, I'm not saying that you have to, allow that energy back into your life. No. But forgiveness helps you, okay? Though the energy from Gemini, that actually will be bringing about a more playful, fun type of energy. And it will be about, it's a hopeful energy, and it will be about new beginnings, starting stuff. So this is the time. Remember, full moon to new moon is the waning moon, and that's when you release. New moon to full moon is the waxing moon. That's when you request. So this is really a good time. If there are things that you really want, if there are things that goals, aspirations, think about them, write them down. We talk about that all the time. Write them down, post them on the refrigerator. And, because this is about those new beginnings. And again, this energy will last longer. Now we go back to the full moon on the 16th. And that one, like I said, that's in Capricorn, and it's a partial lunar eclipse. It's like having a full moon on steroids, okay? It's that much stronger. Any of these, any of these eclipses, it basically puts so much oomph to this, to the, astrological. Now, let's see. It's time for you to work on your own confidence. It's time for you to stand up for yourself. Now, don't rely on others for your own, don't rely on others so much that, for their opinions, okay? So that's one of the things. But this is going to be there's going to be really intense emotions in the more public scene. This is kind of like that Scorpio moon we were talking about a couple months back. The full moon, secrets aren't allowed here. Well, this is going to be exposing the dirt, okay? So this is digging up all the dirt, having secrets, be seen, then having to deal with these secrets. Now, a smaller, arena could be that you find out that a relationship, somebody has been unfaithful in a relationship. Now, relationships can be work, people, personal, family. And so it doesn't necessarily mean, totally interpersonal. Maybe your work promised you something and, and they had no intention of following through. Maybe you found that this relationship you were in, one of you was not honest or, unfaithful. So these things come out. However, it's going to be on a more public scene too. Public figures, okay? And this is going to be going on until that December. This is, again, many people, okay, I'm reading this, many people will try to keep their behaviors hidden, but without success. This is, the social norms will be torn down. Now, social norms such as, say that, again, we'll use work, say that you've been bullied and, nobody, or there's a bully that you work with. Nobody goes to HR. Well, somebody does go to HR, and then the HR comes and interviews everybody and finds out, yes, there is a bully. So, new policies are written, things like that. But think of that even bigger. Think of that more globally, okay? Think about, just things coming out that, our public figures will not want us to see, okay? Now, this is also important too. This is a lot of, between these two energies, okay, the new moon and the full moon, a lot of karmic binds will be broken, okay? Because this is also, this full moon, because things are being revealed, it's kind of like the Tower card where everything's falling down, but it's, breaking down so it could be rebuilt. This is all about, again, new beginnings. So you have to kind of think about, where are you? Are you the one that's looking to uncover secrets? Are you the one holding secrets? Are you the one that doesn't even know that anyone has secrets, okay? Many times that's me. It's like, oh, I was surprised at that. So just be aware of that, because these two energies are both about new beginnings. But there is a lot of rough tearing down with before those new beginnings happen. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be a bigger energy. Now we go back to the 7th through the 31st. And that's when we have Mercury retrograde. Okay? Mercury retrograde, and that will be in both the signs of Cancer and Leo. So look at, I do put up there, that way that you can see your influencing energies. I do put a website. It's under the About tab, and you can look and you click on the website, put your information in, and it'll tell you. Major things is, of course, your rising, your ascending, your Venus, and your moon. Those are some of the major influencers. So Mercury, what that does is that rules intellect, education, communication, and your thoughts, okay? So we generally think of Mercury as negative because it can be very, very disruptive. Now, also too, the retrograde is actually an illusion of it going retrograde. I don't want to go into what all that's about. Also, there's such a thing called shadow retrogrades. And shadow retrogrades they start about 2 weeks prior and they end 2 weeks later. So we're having this on the 7th. Hopefully I'll get these posted today on the 23rd. So that influence is starting now. So what happens is Mercury is slowing down now, so it can make that appearance of going backwards. Okay? So then that would last until August 14th, the influencing. Now the other thing about it though is that Mercury retrograde is not always negative. It can be, it can be put there. I mean, it can help you to refocus. It can help you to slow down. Now the other thing, and this is really, I like this one, it can also bring back the past. So that's when those people come in that you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you since way back when, and this helps with lessons. This is part of that karmic, so all of this is part of that karmic binds being broken or cut. So with those lessons, those are lessons that you might have learned but you didn't close, or these are lessons that you didn't quite learn but you need to close. So it could be something like that. The other thing, it could be something that we still need to learn from so that it can close. Now, the other thing too is that sometimes the universe uses this time to right a wrong. Now, what does that mean? Say that you were in a very loving relationship and for whatever reason it broke, but you were meant to be in a loving relationship. Maybe you had a career and the career, all of a sudden it just was like pulled out from you, okay? So something like that, a relationship that didn't go the way it was supposed to. Well, the universe is saying, no, you were supposed to have this. So your loving relationship could either be that that person comes back into your life, okay, or because you were supposed to have a loving relationship, a new person comes in, okay? Now, the career could be your career, it, dissolved, you went on, and now it's like your career is picking up again. It could be that you're an artist and things dissolved and then all of a sudden it starts to come back. It's like the universe is giving back to you. Now, you're always, I tell people is, not to start jobs, not to start things in Mercury retrograde if you can not do that, But sometimes the universe wants you to start because, again, it's where you were supposed to be. So it has to go back. The energy is such that it has to go back to the past so that you can go forward again. Okay? And then, now, the last thing is that Leo season begins, and that's on the 23rd July 23rd to August 23rd. And Leo is ruled by the sun. And Leo energy is warm, kind, but it can also burn. It can also hate. It can also be mean. So be aware that if you've got whatever these traits are that you may have internally, that you actually have, it could pull those out. So if you have been working on, so again, it can be loving as opposed to being mean. If you've been working on holding, your temper, well, this could be a time that your temper flares up, okay? This could be a time that if you are somebody who is a very big giver, giver of emotions, well, this could be a time where you just feel like you love the world, okay? So I just wanted to add that in, and I wanted to make sure the message was very consistent. Okay, so let's see. Lots of energy, lots of energy. And the thing is, when there's so much in it, it's not, like I was saying, it's not so much that's going to be negative. It's going to really be, it's going to be cleaning out. There's going to be a lot of cleaning out. Okay, let's go on and see what we have for Gemini now. I will cut the cards. 3 cards down. The first 2, oh, you want to come out too. So 4 cards down. The first 2 are reversed. Actually, and the 4th card is reversed too, along with those. So let's see what we have here. Okay, first card, the 10 of Earth. Now, Earth is our Taurus, Virgo, and our Capricorn energy. It's about money. It's about home. 10 is, again, an ending for a new beginning. Now, when we look at this, don't think, oh, I don't want that to end. No, no, no. It's actually so that something more can grow from this, okay? So this is, like I said, this is that family energy, that money energy. It's something you can touch, very solid energy. And this is a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. So there's been some times that, there's been this last year, there's been a lot of there's been a lot of concerns about money, and now things are starting to settle in. And because they settle in, and because you're feeling more confident and more secure, you can actually start moving forward on some projects of yours, things that you've been wanting to do, places you've been wanting to go. So let's see our next one. The 3 of Air. Now, air energy is your energy, along with Libra and along with Aquarius. And this is that nostalgic, this is that, that regretful type of energy. This is thinking back about things, this is thinking about life choices. So this is, that those eclipses are really about pulling things out, okay? Pulling things up and making you look at things. So it's better if you just go ahead and do it than fight it. Just do it. Now, especially it's going to be, I feel for you more that new moon energy. So this is that time that you might have some regrets. You might have said, oh, if I would have done something a little differently, but what it is, it's gone. It's past. Remember, full moon to new moon, waning, and that's when you release things. New moon to full moon, waxing, that's when you request. Full moon, release, relinquish, request. So the thing is, it is about letting these things go so you can actually enjoy more of this energy. Okay, it's those twins. It's one is saying, hey, life is good. The other is like, oh, really? Okay, so let's see this next card. The 7 of Fire. Okay, fire, of course, is our Leo, which we're entering into. Then it's also our Aries and Sagittarius energy, and it's that passionate energy. 7 to me is a very divine number. This is saying defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. So, there might be some things that you actually have to, you actually might have to confront. So if you are, if there is some, I'm just using this as an example. If there is, maybe you got a bill for something that you didn't, maybe it was a charge that you didn't charge, and you're on the phone all day with somebody saying, but I didn't charge, this is fraudulent. It's those things. It's don't just let it go by you. I'm not saying that anyone would do that, but it's more a case of, okay, now I'm spending more energy than I want to spend on this. I shouldn't have to spend this energy on this, but now I have to spend this energy, okay? This last card is reversed, and here we have the 4 of Air. Now remember, this is when, we're talking about that, that things where money seemed to be a little bit freer, money seemed to be a little bit looser, there's more confidence in the money situation, and I'm feeling that this is for you. Now this is again, air energy, your energy, time to rest or take a vacation, allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide your answers. So now this is another time to say, making that connection, connecting higher power, spirit guides, voice of the universe, divine, whoever that is. This is that time. This is going to be a really good time for you to make those connections. So your energies for July right now are kind of all over the place. Money's looking good. Your thoughts are kind of a little bit scattered. Your thoughts are a little bit a little bit worried about things. At the same time, you're being pushed by the fire energy, and this could be closer to our Leo time. You're being kind of pushed to to be bolder, it might be, you might have, and this might be with Mercury retrograde, you might have some unfinished business that you didn't take care of, maybe some sort of a lawsuit business, or maybe you're entitled to receive some money and, and the money didn't come, and I'm not saying that, please, it's like, the example that I'm thinking is like maybe you're supposed to have some child support and it's supposed to come through the state and it's not coming. And then you're like, well, where is my child support? Where is this money? That person was supposed to pay this money. Why isn't that person paying this money? So you're going to have some of that conflict there. I'm sorry to say that, but you do, it does look like you do persevere with this and you do win out at the end. It's just that it's just one of those darn old hassles, okay? It's just tiresome. It's just darn old tiresome. Now, the thing though is that, that financial security is, everybody, again, using the example of child support, it's not like I'm not going to say that you don't need it, but you put money away you put money away for a rainy day. Excuse me, card has to be seen. You put money away for a rainy day, so it's not that you really, really need it. This, when you do get it, it will pay it back. But again, it's just a bothersome hassle. So the energy, this month, I don't think that you're going to have, well, and then the thing too is with the eclipse, it's like, the secrets will out with that. Not for you per se, but for, again, using that example, like where is it? You have to pay it. It's not my responsibility, it's yours. So now let's go to the next deck of cards. And I don't know who that was for, but okay. 2 cards came out. Now let's see what the first card says. Okay, this is reversed. And this is, okay, 5s are about change, okay? Things are still changing for you. Remember, the 10 of Earth is something is ending for something to begin. It's something with money. It's something so that, you're going, maybe you're getting that new job. Now, the thing that you have to do is especially if you're going with our 7 of Fire where you're defending, you have to do it with wisdom, okay? You can't just run in, you can't just, it's like running into a burning building, not knowing how to fight it, okay? You have to have your resources. You have to stay calm, whatever this is. And I don't know why I have to, why that's coming to me, but again, there is some changes and you have to be smart about it, okay? But there is changes. There is tons of changes coming for you. It's coming to, it's actually going to be it's going to be extremely, extremely positive once you get over the hassles of this. Once you get over the fighting with, with the credit card or the person that owes you this money or something, it's like there is this big transformation about to occur for you. And what I love about her is look at her. Here she had this gray mask on, okay? And she's taken that off and look at, I'm not going to say she's this raving beauty, but there is a beauty to her. She is at peace. She's looking up. She's knowing that things are going to be better for her. And she's got wings. Everybody wants wings, right? Okay, next card. Okay. And again, this is that hassle. This is so while you're going through all of these major changes and what you are going through, and money's looking okay, and, the family actually looks decent, but there's still, it's these energies are just rolling all around you. And, and this could be job changes. This could be personal relationship changes, family changes, maybe empty nesters, people, kids are leaving, maybe you're getting married. All of these things, this is disruption. It's going to be, while this month, you're going to have a lot of good things coming on. It's also going to be aggravating. Okay, it's going to be, why don't people, I just want people to just leave me alone. Leave me alone, I don't know who that is, but, leave me alone. It's too much. It's too much. It's not, and I'm not going to say that it's so much that it's overwhelming. It's just irritating and it's too much. Okay, so pretty much that second group of cards kind of confirmed that first one. Okay, let's go on and see. Now, final words of advice from Mike. Okay, we'll just go right into here. Okay, here. Okay, one more. Okay. Here we go. Now the first two cards came out, and they are up now. So this card's warning you against being complacent. This is warning you against laziness. This is, everything, everything's going to be okay while everything is being disrupted behind him, okay? Now this is what I'm saying is that when the credit card, there might be a charge on your credit card, and you say, oh, what the heck, I'm not going to fight it anymore. That's allowing somebody to steal from you, okay? Or, maybe, even though this is what is the right thing, this is what I want, this is what I've said, this is what needs to be done. Oh, it's too much, too much energy, too much effort to make it happen, okay? Watch out. You're just being cautioned. You need to focus on actually completing whatever it is that you need to do. Don't be complacent, because literally here comes that disruption card again. Here comes that, this is that thunderbolt. This is the tower. Things have to be torn down in order for them to be built up. And you're going to just want to say, but I don't want to do that. I don't want things to be torn down in order for them to be built up. No. And if I close my eyes, I don't have to see it happen. Okay, so it's kind of ignoring things. And it's funny that this card is also on this transformation card, because they are, they're pretty much very, very similar in their cards. So here is the next one, the last one. Again, projection. Watch out for you. Okay. Yes, I want you to project positive stuff. I really want you to do that. I want your mind to stay positive and your words to stay positive. I just want, I just basically cautioning you against, well, if I don't do anything, it doesn't matter, okay? Now there's two things. One is that you basically, you're seeing things as you would like them to be, and maybe not necessarily reality. And I feel that that's part of this, okay? So you need to see the reality of the situation in order for you to handle it. And you can't hide from it, okay? So what is this all about? I feel that this is kind of like, again, I'm going to go with the child support analogy. It's, hey, you're supposed to pay your child support. You're talking to the person that's supposed to be paying it, and they're like, nope, don't need to. Then you're talking to the state because it's supposed to come through the state, and they're like, well, we didn't get it. So it's like, but, and here you are kind of like, oh, you know what? I am so done fighting this, and I'm not going to fight it anymore. Well, you can't do that, okay? You have to continue doing that. You have to continue fighting for this, because it's what is right and it's what is yours, okay? So you've got some really major scattered type of energies. It's not negative per se. I mean, actually, you've got, money coming, family, good stuff coming, transformation coming, good stuff. It's just that your energy, your personal energy may just be too You just might be like, oh, you know what, I just can't deal with it right now. I think I'll deal with it maybe next month. Well, you got to deal with it this month. Okay? It will help you for next month. I promise you that. I promise you. So, my Geminis, as always, know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.